Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the special edition of our Daily News Online Sports Crunch Time with the Hoop Kids. So for today, we have three new young lads, the future of basketball. But before we introduce them to you, allow me to call on my co-hosts. First off, the veteran, the multi-talented and guapito na coach, Chris Bautista.
Hello, good evening guys. Good evening mga kaball out. Thank you Sir Brian for having me here again.
Bakit may stress yung Sir Brian?
Hindi ka nagsasawa. Ang aking kapartner na hindi walang sawang lagi akong ni-invite dito.
Talaga. Pero syempre coach, we have a lovely face again.
Yeah.
Ayan. Para mainganyo itong kids magsalita. Okay? Making her second and hopefully not the last hosting with us. 2019 Miss Binibining Pilipinas runner-up, Miss Thea Cenarosa.
Hello everyone, and thank you for having me again, Sir Brian. And finally, nice meeting you, Sir Cris Bautista. Ayun. And Sir 2019 Miss Earth.
Miss Earth pala, sorry.
It's okay. So
hindi siya first runner-up. Miss Earth.
Runner-up, top 10 runner-up.
Okay.
Kasi yung ganda kasi ni Thea, nakakaalam mo na. Nakakabulabog. Anyway, let's call on... Nakakalibot eh. Let's call on our guests, okay? First off, we have Mr. somebody I've already talked to before, Chadrick Timbol of DLS-Zobel. Hey Chad, can you say hi to the viewers?
Hi, good evening everybody.
Yeah. And also we have Mr. Mathew Aran of San Sebastian.
Hello po. Good evening po sa inyo lahat.
Hello Matthew. And last but not the least, we have Mr. Cris Urbina of Ateneo.
Hello everybody, good evening. Hello Tito Brian, Tito Thea, Coach Cris. Thank you for having me today.
Ayaw sabihin Lolo Cris. Anyway, boys. Okay, so before I give it to Coach Cris and Thea, I want to ask you, how are things going on your end? Do you still have classes? If so, how are you holding up? So let's start with Chad.
Yes, to answer that question, actually kakatapos lang po ng classes namin last week. Nag-start po kami July and then we ended last week. Actually, pinagdaan ng lyrics na dahil on lahat.
Okay. How about you, Mathew?
As of now po kami nasa fourth quarter pa lang. Sa next 7 weeks pa yung tapos ng quarter. All goods naman po.
And Cris?
I actually just finished school. Ateneo just finished their school year and I've been okay.
Okay. Who's gonna go first? Cris or Thea? Coach Cris or Thea? Sino sa inyo? Thea, ladies
Coach
first.
ako na. Ladies
Go
first
ahead.
time. So, I'm excited about today kasi nga the future of basketball, the future players of basketball in the Philippines. So, I want to ask, how were you able to keep yourself in shape during this pandemic? I'm curious kasi as a high school players, I'm not sure if you have trainings pa din during this pandemic. So, I'll go first with Cris.
Yes, I actually have been training during this pandemic, online though, to keep the COVID protocols. I've actually been training with Better Basketball PH, and they've been helping me a lot to keep myself in shape and improve to be a better player for when the pandemic's actually over.
Okay. And Chad?
At our school, we actually have training Monday, Wednesday, Friday, every afternoon. And fortunately, I have a court here at my house, so I still keep and maintain my health.
That's good. Nice. And Mathew?
Yung coach po namin, he have a training for us po. Online training po, every day. Yan po. So, we still shape our body po. Good health po.
So, Coach, araw-araw pa rin pala yung training nila, no?
Parang bago, no? Wala lang face-to-face, pero
Oh,
ganun pa rin.
pero ganun pa din, araw-araw may training. Parang ano lang, everyday life and then study. Coach, ikaw, I'll give the,
Sige.
floor to you.
First kids, boys, can you tell us, how old yung na? Kasi, the last time, ito, mas mukhang, mas mukhang, mas may age, mas matanda ng konti doon sa last time na guest natin. So, can you tell us your age, boys, one by one? Start with Cris, and then followed by Chadrick, and then Mathew last.
I'm 13 years old po, and I'm turning 14 this year.
Okay. How about you, Chad?
I'm 13 years old, turning 14 on August.
Oh, same lang pala. Math.
And I'm 13 din po, turning 14 this year.
Okay. So you're, saan kayo? Passerelle, right? Passerelle team, no? Passerelle kayo lahat. Okay. So 13, no? What age kayo nag-start mag-basketball? Go Cris, Chad, and Matt. Go first.
I started playing basketball when I was maybe 6 or 7, but I've been watching basketball way long before that because I was just in love with the NBA and watching all the games.
So who introduced you this game? Your dad or your parents?
My dad actually introduced me to basketball in general.
Okay. How about you, Chad?
For us, actually, in the family, wala po talaga mahilig mag-basketball sa amin. Pero dahil may court po kami dito sa bahay, 7 years old po na gusto ng 9 old, I tried to join my own
Okay. So ang dad mo
varsity team.
hindi siya nagba-basketball, ang dad mo.
Hindi po talaga.
So talaga ikaw lang talaga, ha? Okay din 'yan, ha?
Po.
About you, Matt.
Nag-start po ako nung 6 years old dahil po sa daddy ko. Dati po siyang varsity, kaso team bilang po ng Lyceum College po. Doon po ako nag-start kasi parang gusto ko po sundan yung yapak niya ng college po.
Okay. Here's my next question. Before kayo sa school nyo, yung present school nyo, are you guys are recruited from other school, or since grade prep or nursery start na kayo sa present school nyo ngayon? Okay, we'll start with Matt.
Nung 2016 po ata yun, yung batang PBA po. Kasama ko po yung isa po doon, si Borgie po. So, inintroduce siya sa akin yung San Sebastian. So, grade 3 pa lang ako noon. So, gusto niya po, doon po mag-grade 4 sa Baste para nga matrain po kasi daw sa age ko po na yun, ang laki ko daw po. Doon ko po nakilala si Coach Bob, yung first coach ko po doon sa Baste. Kaya po napunta sa Baste.
Okay. Tawag ito. So, anong school mo before ka mag-basket?
Ang school ko po dati, Lourdes School of Quezon City po.
Sa Mandaluyong?
Sa QC po.
Sa QC. Okay. Tama. Sila naglaro ka ng midgets doon or hindi mo
Hindi po ako naglaro doon kasi po mas inuna po ng parents ko yung pag-aaral doon sa LSQC po. Pero nung lumipat po ako ng Baste, doon na po ako naglaro ng mga intermediate games po.
Naglaro ka ba ng ball out?
Hindi po.
Yung 10 under, hindi mo na inabot yun.
Hindi na po.
Okay. So ka pala, recruited ka pala, ha? Si Thea, bata pa lang yan.
Oo nga eh. Ibig sabihin, magaling talaga to.
2016 pa yun, during mo, batang-bata pa during that time. Magaling yung ibig sabihin, yung nag-recruit, yung coach na kumuha sa'yo, tawag dito, talagang nakita niya may potential ka.
Yeah.
Kaya ka dinala
Hindi
dyan, di
po,
ba?
pare po yung isa niya pong player. Kasi nga po, yung higher level po sa akin, naging kakampi ko sa batang PBA that time. So i-introduce me to his coach na si Coach Bob po, yung namatay na nga po.
Kilala
Na
ko siya.
binigay niya po parang inibang level niya po yung skills ko. Kasi nung pumasok po talaga ako ng Baste, as in 0% po yung skills ko. Sa kanya lang po talaga ako natuto. Dati po, pinapahiwalay niya po ako ng ring, 1,000 shots, backboards lang po, ganun po. Doon po talaga ako nag-improve.
So ngayon, sinong coach mo ngayon? Coach Jay?
Opo, si Coach J po. Tsaka po si Coach Cris, yung si strength and conditioning po sa amin ngayon online.
Nice. Okay, good. Okay, thank
Coach
you.
ako, Coach, curious ako, ano yung mga positions nila?
Yeah.
And I'll start with you, Chris. What's your position in basketball?
I prefer playing point guard, but since there's people that are smaller than me, I usually fit into the shooting guard more often.
Shooter? You're a shooter? Wow. Are you a 3-point shooter? Magaling ata. Pero do you practice also being a point guard at the same time?
Yeah, yes, I do practice playing point guard just in case I need to do it when real games come.
Yeah, true. Kasi para sa akin, when you play basketball, you still need to explore yourself in which position you will be more effective and the position that you will really love in the future. So next is Chad. What's your position, Chad? Parang feeling ko center.
Actually po, ang pinapalaro sa akin ng coach ko, power forward tsaka center. Pero ang pinapractice ko po talaga all around in case na kailanganin po every game.
Oh, nice. So magaling ka din mag-dribble and shooter ka din. Wow, that's really good.
How tall are you, Chad?
Yes
What's your
po.
Anong height mo?
5'7" po, 5'8".
Okay.
Uy, ang laki niya na. Ang tangkad mo na.
Tumangkad ka, Chad. The last time I saw you, di ka naman gano'ng katangkad.
Okay. Sige, Mathew.
Yung laro ko po sa Baste, shooting guard and power forward po. Minsan po nagsi-center pag kulang po talaga sa players yung hindi po nakakalaro yung iba.
Pero do you katulad ni Chad, nag-explore din siya into different position
Yes po. Dati po yung last season po nung City Hoops, ako po yung nag-point guard.
Wow.
Pero palitan lang po yun. Pag kunyari po, nagtatrap po yung kalaban, tutulong ka din po sa pagbaba ng bola.
Yeah. Okay.
You, Matt, how tall, what's your height?
Actually po, hindi ko pa, pero nasa 5'8 po ata or 5'9 po.
Grabe, mas malaki ka pala.
Parang hanggang dito ko na sila, coach, kasi 5'10 ako eh. So, andito na sila parang,
Oo. Hindi lang, kasi kung 5'10 ka, 5'9", 5'8", di ba?
oo, grabe, parang na silang binata. I mean, hindi ko naman sinasabi, pero 13 years. Not fully, hindi pa full. Oo. Grabe.
Wait, batiin lang natin yung sa yung mga si Doy, my dad, Doy Angeles, yun, nag-say hi. Dodo, hello Pro X Boys. Paring Dodo, thank you. Then Doc Feli, Idol Urbina, Idol Mathew jersey lang, okay na pa Arbor.
Dami fans. May fans na.
Then hi to Aldrin, 3P Hoops. Thank you for watching. Coach Cris from John Carlos, more power.
Coach John.
Yan. Yun yung mga bumabati sa atin. Okay?
Kasama ko si Coach John sa Sarangani. Siya ang aking head coach.
Siya ba yung t-shirt mo?
No. Akala na yun.
Akala ko yung t-shirt mo.
Okay. Ay,
Go ahead,
actually,
go ahead,
Coach
Thea.
and Sir Brian, I have this follow-up question
Go.
with Cris kasi hindi ko natanong. You mentioned that you practice with Better Philippines?
Better Basketball PH. Yes.
Better, yeah. Can you say something about it? And then do you train alone lang talaga via Zoom?
Yeah. So Better Basketball PH, they train a lot of young kids, especially people at my age, and since it's in a pandemic, I'm usually the one training alone. Well, usually it's me and the coach of Better Basketball PH that are training. So that's how the usual training goes.
So how does it feel like training? Like it's common naman na you train alone, but what do you feel like? Do you think that it will affect your game in the future that you train alone lang?
No, I don't think it would affect
Mm-hmm.
anything in the future. I think that if we all get better as individuals, I feel like our teamwork would be able to improve even more because we wouldn't have to depend on each other to try and make a play in the game. And we could depend on ourselves and all just be able to do it on our own, which would make probably good teamwork also.
Yeah. At least you will be able to connect, and you have the basics are very well polished na, kumbaga. That's nice. Kayo, Chad, do you think that training alone ngayon parang would really affect your game in the future?
Right now po, I don't think that training alone will greatly affect our game, but I believe that it would help our skill help, especially right now na pandemic. We need to maintain everything, especially our skills, and that yun lang po.
Okay. Okay. At sa bagay, may court ka kasi sa bahay niyo, and then do you have brother and cousins that you play?
Yes po. Kami lang po yung naglalaro.
Nakakalaro ka pa rin ba? Ang swerte mo. Okay, Matthew.
Sa akin po siguro naka-affect po yun ng konti. Kasi na minsan po pag mag-home workout ka sa bahay mag-isa, boring. Tas, kunyari po, face to face na, parang maninibag po kayo sa sistema ng bawat isa. Kasi ang tagal nyo na nga po di naglaro sabay-sabay. Tapos baka po pag laro nyo po, walang kwenta, ganun po.
Sa bagay, no? Kasi parang sanay ka na mag-isa lang talaga. Tapos, biglang...
Po, kung puro home workout ka po, tapos puro dribbling lang, baka mamaya po yung shooting nyo po, mawala po. Ganun po. Puro kapus, ganun.
Tama, sa bagay, no? Unlike with Chad kasi, he has basketball court. So, nakakapag-shooting talaga siya. Unlike sa inyo, like, gym lang, then dribbling lang. Okay. Coach?
You do, sino to? Si Matt, you do shooting in the air?
Minsan naman po, ginagawa ko po.
Kasi kung wala kang court, yan, gawin mo dapat.
Ano po, kasi minsan po, focus po ako ngayon sa body ko po. Kasi nga po, bumigat dahil nga po, alam niyo na, sarap kumain po kasi.
Tama.
Kumain,
matulog.
Yan ang iingatan nyo kasi once bumalik ka sa normal, baka mahirapan kayo makabalik, di ba? Ganun yan. Diba? Kaya nga, meron kayong mga conditioning coach, nagka-training kayo. So, para sa inyo yan, boys, at least di kayo pinababayaan ng mga coaches. Diba? So, gusto kong balikan yung tanong ko kanina, no? Sina Chad and Cris. Are you guys recruited from other school? Si Chad.
Bale nag-start po ako mag-varsity 2016 nung grade 4 po ako. Then lumipat po ako ng 2017 sa San Beda. Doon po napasali na po ako sa mga medyo kilalang liga kahit pa ng City Hoops sa BBI. And then nung 2019 po, madami pong kumuha sa akin ng mga club team. Then later that year, na-offer po ako ng DLS-Zobel ng scholarship.
Wow, ganun nga. Sino kumuha sa isang Zobel?
Confidence.
Sino? Kilala ko yung mga coaches doon kasi. Kasi galing din ako. So magkakaibigan dito.
Confidential nga, kulit mo eh.
Hindi ko na. Tapos,
Direct din niya narinig.
Chapi. So, but before ka bago ka lumipat ng San Beda, anong school ka galing?
South Mansfield College po. Local school here in Muntinlupa.
Sa Muntinlupa na. Yung San Beda mo, Alabang or sa Taytay?
Sa Alabang po.
Okay, Coach, Ikasyano?
Po, tsaka sa La Tolentino po.
Okay. How about you, Cris?
I wasn't recruited. I've been in Ateneo for forever. Ever since I was grade 1, I've stayed in Ateneo. And I think I tried out for the varsity team. Well, my parents encouraged me to try out for the varsity team when I was in like grade 2, and it was for a grade 4 team, and I didn't get accepted. But it was a good experience just to prepare me for when I actually try in the future.
So during nung hindi ka pa hindi ka pa nagiging varsity. So nagjojoin ka pa ng mga clinics like sa ABL or any other training school?
Well, I just tried lang. My mom just said to have the experience in my back pocket lang. And I was playing ABL only just so that I could have fun playing basketball with my friends also who joined.
Okay. Who is your coach sa Ateneo?
Well, our coach recently was Coach PJ Navarro.
PJ Navarro?
Yes, he was our coach, and we were
Kasama ko
just
siya kasama ko siya sa Ateneo Lady Eagles.
so we just did
Brother.
online training with him, so we didn't really get to know him so well.
Ayos. Good.
So, basahin natin ulit yung social media kasi natutuwa ako dito sa mga Well, one is for Thea. Busby Lopez. Hi, Idol Thea.
Hi, Sir B. He's one of my close friend then, and then mentor ko din siya nung sa Maynila. Hi, Sir B. Thank you so much for mentoring me. I miss you.
Was he around then nung yung last episode natin? Was he the one you...
No, he wasn't around. I think this is the first time na siya nanood. Hi, Sir B. Din siya, mahilig din siya sa basketball.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Okay. So si Miss Mathew, I'm assuming this is your mom, Marian Fontanilla. Am I right?
Yes po.
Okay. Nako, baka Thea and Coach Cris, take note. Nako po, baka ma'am nosebleed ang anak ko sa inyo.
Kayang-kaya naman po ata ni Matthew.
Ayan.
Kaya po.
Diba?
May follow-up naman, itayo mo bandera ng Baste. Matt, who's this? Ethan Curtis. Matthew English. Ang daming fans ni Matthew. May isa pa ito si Ross Ethan ko na papick po Idol Matt. Grabe, gano'n ka ba sikat?
Actually
Matt?
po, mga kaklase ko po sila.
Okay. Kaya pala.
Parang friend support ng.
Yan ang
Hi guys.
di ba?
Shoutout sa inyo.
Okay, Thea.
Bigay ka naman ng any word sa fans mo.
Shout out.
Sige, dyan lang kayo. Nood lang kayo sa mga next episode din.
Nako, next episode. Ibig sabihin, babalik si Matt.
Oo nga.
Hindi po natin. Baka bumalik po.
Yan ang gusto ko. Yan yung mga gusto nating mga kakasama nito, no, Thea, Coach Cris. Mga game. Okay, Thea, you were gonna ask something?
Siguro ako, I'm curious lang. Who is your parang inspiration to play basketball? Or do you look up to someone in UAAP, local or international? I'll start with Chad.
Actually, ko lang po talaga pamilya ko. Kasi gusto ko po magsimula ng bagong yapak sa pamilya. Wala po talaga nagbabasketball. Kinay ko po. Yun po talaga main inspiration ko. Hanggang sa na-follow na lang po yun ng mga idol ko sa NBA. Ganun.
Sino yung mo sa NBA?
Ang idol ko po talaga simula bata pa si Curry.
Stephen Curry. Wow. So do you plan ang parang yung shooting mo i-perfect mo like Curry? Nice.
PBA? Sino? PBA?
PBA po, di po ako masyadong nanonood. Pero nung bata po ako, mas nanonood po ako dati. No? Ang idol ko po talaga sila James Yap. Ganun.
Shooter siguro to, kaya.
Oo nga. Stephen Curry So,
tapos James Yap pa, di ba?
true. Oo. Shooter. Future shooter ng PBA. And next is Cris.
So actually, growing up, I was very fortunate to have a basketball court in my home. So usually, when I was a kid, I was watching my older brothers play basketball against each other, and usually, whenever I asked to play, they would say no because I was too small. So it really just pushed me to try and follow their footsteps and be better than they are. And now I think I'm better than them.
Nice, that's really nice. Alam mo yung uso sa bata na parang kahit kuya ko dati, kung ano maglalaro akong basketball, he would, no, you're a girl, you just stay there, ganyan. Pero that's nice because it became your motivation to play basketball and to be better. Diba? Do your brother play as a varsity then or no?
Well, before they just used to play for fun.
Yeah.
They were really good at basketball, but in the end, they ended up choosing different paths that weren't basketball. So
Okay. Eventually, kasi you will find something na, and then you became passionate with basketball. That's nice. Really nice. Okay. NBA player or local PBA player that you like look up to also.
actually, I look up a lot to Kobe Bryant. Actually, I actually have a book here. It's
Wow!
actually a Kobe Bryant Mamba mentality book. And I just read it because I really admired his work ethic and dedication to basketball. I hope he rests in peace.
Yeah,
Since he
I
passed
bet you
away.
were really sad when he passed away. A lot of us were, affected ako nung nawala si Kobe. I'm not really a big fan of Mamba, pero he's the greatest, he was the greatest basketball then.
And for PBA, I really admire Jason Castro and Chris Newsom. They're both very good. I like Jason Castro because he's not the tallest or strongest player, and yet he still finds a way to really make himself out there, and he
Yeah.
plays really well. Chris Newsom, he's a really nice guy. I've met him before, and I also like how he plays. He really plays 110%, and his work ethic's amazing.
Wow. Okay, grabe yung mga role model ni Chris. As in, he based it on the work ethics and that's nice. So I can assume that you will be one of those person in the future talaga. Di ba, Coach?
Tama.
Ayan, so next yung maraming fans. Mathew!
Po.
Ikaw? Sino yung naging inspiration mo? And then,
Yung inspiration ko po yung mga sumusuporta po sa akin na ipagpatuloy lang tong basketball career ko. Hanggang kung saan man to magpatungo, sana hanggang college po or sa PBA.
oo naman. And then, nilulook up mo in NBA or PBA?
Sa NBA po si James Harden po.
Wow!
Pero hindi po yung depensa niya.
Yung joke lang.
May punchline na kagad eh.
Kaya nga eh.
Gusto ko po yung kay James Harden po, yung mentality niya po. Parang wala po siyang kinakatakutan. Pero, ayun nga po, yung sa depensa niya po, yung ayaw ko magaya lang.
Parang
I-share mo naman bakit.
parang wala sa
Kasi po, alam niyo na, pag ginawa natin yun, kahit first 5 ka, baka mabangko ka buong laro.
Totoo. Kung wala kang effort mag-defense. And then, usong-uso yung defense is the best offense. So, local, PBA.
Sa local po si Calvin Abueva po, tsaka si Alvin Patrimonio po.
Oh. Okay,
Naabutan pa nila si Alvin?
Hindi po. Parang yung sa highlights na lang po. Kasi yung mga post moves niya po.
Okay.
baka nanonood siya ng PBA Rush.
Oh, yeah.
Ayun
Oo.
po, sa signal po.
Yung post mo si Coach Cris, hindi mo nakita?
Nakita ko po si Coach Cris.
Oh, yeah.
Hindi ba alam 5-time MVP ako ng PBA?
Anyway.
Nakatulog ka noon. Natutulog ka siguro.
Coach Cris, June Mangada Parigi of Smart City of Manila Commissioner watching from QC. Kumusta raw sa'yo? And also to Chadrick Timbol. Kilala ka, kumusta raw? Sabi ni Sir June Arligi. Tapos, ayun, may mga, ang dami yung mga fans talaga. Wala akong masabi. Matt, Nick Kevin, Nicholas Ramilo says, I love you, Matt. Rose Ethan Kunanan, sana ako inspiration mo, Matt. Ang dami talagang ni Matt.
Hello po, Kevin. I love you too. And ikaw din ang inspiration ko, Ross, Ethan. Sana tayong dalawa na lang ang mag-inspirasyon, no?
Yun.
Direct, mukhang naghatak to Cris, Chad, di ba kayo naghatak? Kayo naghatak?
I like Mathew. Pwede mong bigyan ng sariling show to si Mathew. Pwede mong bigyan to, no? Coach Cris.
Okay, guys. Questions. What are your achievements in basketball? Kahit yung mga dati na before kayo pa mag sa present school niyo. Let's start with Chad.
Off nga yung video. Si Cris na muna.
Okay, Cris. Naghahang yung tema. Okay, Chad. Cris?
Actually, there haven't been a lot of achievements that I've accomplished. So usually it's not really in my mind because it's not really anything big because I haven't really won anything that big. That's why I always just play a lot. I want to win something big naman. We always lose to LaSalle Green Hills. Yeah, I know. It sucks. Yeah, but hopefully it will get better. We can win more tournaments. Yeah.
Good. About you, Matt. Ito si Matt. Malamang mas matagal nagba-basketball to At marami experience to
Madami na pong championship pero yung mas tumatak lang po sa akin yung first ever championship ko po, yung namatay si Coach Bob po. Yung talo yung Ateneo kasi 2 points. Tinalo lang na Ateneo kasi 2 points lang. Hindi naman lumamang. Crucial fight naman po. Kaya po memorable kasi, ayun nga po, inaalay po namin yung laro na yun kay Coach Bob nung namatay siya. Parang naging inspiration po namin. Tapos yung nagpanalo po nun pala yung tandem po ni Geoff Lopez and Lebron po. Yung nasa Basti pa po si Lebron.
Lebron,
Manding po.
Manding. Guest namin siya last time. Manding ba galing pa ng nagpaspiring ba siya?
Yes po, nagbasti po siya. Actually, siya po yung pinakamukulit
Okay. After niya San Benildo, baste. Siya.
Hindi po, nauna po yung baste kaysa sa San Benildo.
Okay.
Parang 1 year lang po siya sa baste, tas ginawa niya na po yung offer sa San Benildo.
Sabi siya makulit Sabi siya coach makulit si Lebron. Sabi siya makulit si Lebron O yan meron na ako.
Si Chad, okay na yung Chad. Nawala si Chad.
Ayaw niya sagutin yung tanong mo.
Nawala yan. Nawala pa Chad.
BRB daw siya.
Ayun. May tanong muna bago Wait, sino nga ba? Ayun. Thea, do you have any more questions ka? Follow up na habang nahintay si Chad for that.
Curious ako, parang kasi same age sila. Parang nagkalaban na ba sila before or nagkita na kayo? Like Cris and Mathew,
Siguro yan.
Actually, I think Mathew, he was playing on the older team. So I think he was his team was a year older than our team. So usually we didn't play against each other. But I'm just saying, if we did play against each other, we would win.
Nakita ko nga yung niya kanina. Pero yeah, every team naman, they give their best talaga. And then, bilog talaga ang bola. You will never know who will win. It's the determination and puso of every team. Matthew, may gusto ka bang sabihin?
Nung ano po, nakalaban na po namin sila actually, si Cris, sila Rocco po. That's ano po, 10 under po dati pa. Kasi talo kami. Bilog talaga ang bola. Championship kasi nanalo eh. Kaya bilog talaga bola.
Okay, sige.
Saka po, actually, nagkakampi na po kami sa Pro X nga po ni Chris and Chad po.
Oh, okay. Naging teammates na din kayo.
Yes po.
How was the experience?
Masaya naman po. Tamang kulitan lang sa bench po.
So you know each other din pala?
Yes po. Actually,
okay.
kasama po kami sa isang parang events place, ganun po. After laro po, ganun po.
Nice. Alam mo, ito yung maganda sa sports, sa basketball talaga, coach, para sa akin. Kasi you get to mingle with everyone and you became friends. And pagdating sa court, siguro kung magkalaban man kayo, nandun yung initan. Pero hanggang dun lang. After court, tropa na kayo ulit. And that's the best thing about basketball din talaga. And direct na ba si Chad?
Actually, yung tatanungin ko, tinanong mo na Thea. Thank you.
Sorry.
Hindi, okay lang. Bigla lang may message sa akin, pero okay na yun. Okay. Thank you. So, actually, laging magkakampi kayo before. Cris, Mathew, and Chad. There was a time that you were teammates. Sumasagot.
Yes po.
Ay, tabang ako. Alright. Coach Cris, ayaw talaga sumagot ni Chad.
Wala. Hindi na pa choppy yung ano niya eh.
Okay.
Sige, total wala pa naman si Chad.
Yeah, go ahead.
Ngayon, question ko kay sa dalawa, no, kay Cris and Matt. Ano sa tingin niyo yung sa kailangan niyo pang i-improve sa sarili niyo? Yung skills na kailangan niyo i-improve. You go first, Matt.
Sa akin po talaga yung speed na lang po talaga. Kasi minsan po pag, kunyari po, kalahati na po, second quarter, ganun po, third, mabilis na po hingalin, ganun po. Kaya kailangan po talaga magpalakas ng stamina, tsaka speed po.
So second quarter pa lang, parang napapagod
Hindi naman po, pag kalaban Lasal, kasi second quarter na nagtatrap pa rin, nakakainis. Hanggang pati fourth quarter, alam na lang, magtatrap pa rin. Kaya minsan nakakainis lang. Pero wala ganun talaga yung basketball. No mercy nga.
So yun ang kailangan mo pang improve, yung yung kailangan lagi kang baka nagpupuyat ka.
Minsan po, pag kunyari po may mga activities po or kasiyahan po ng mga kaibigan po. Doon lang naman po, napupuyat.
Yeah, yun ang nag-iisa sa magiging cost ng kaya ka madaling mapagod.
Coach, baka nagja-junk foods din, tsaka soft drinks.
Di ba? Totoo.
Oo.
Hindi na po ako nag-junk foods, pati soft drinks. Minsan na lang po.
Okay. Kasi sa amin dati ganun huwag ka na mag-junk foods, huwag ka na mag-soft drinks.
Kasi magulat ka, di ba, yung mga bata, mas sila di ba? Mas gusto takbo sila ng takbo. Pero sa iba yung case nung kay Matt. Kanya sometimes second quarter pa lang bibigay na, di ba? Parang pagod na agad. Ikaw, Cris, how about you, Cris? Ano yung skills pa na kailangan mong improve?
Actually, personally, I don't think that I've mastered anything yet. I just think just work hard on everything. Just take it to the next level because you can always improve naman. I don't think I've really mastered anything. I think you just need to keep on working on everything to stay in shape and just to be the best player you can be.
Parang feeling ko napaka-mature ni Cris minsan, no?
Actually, lahat sila.
Oo, lahat sila, no?
Mga sagot nila no?
Oo. Diba? Parang feeling ko hindi ko kinakausap mga teenager. Parang feeling ko mga iba na talaga yung generation talaga. Naalala ko kasi nung 13 ako, parang bata-bata pa talaga. Diba, coach?
Iba talaga.
Nako, Matt, may comment ng mami mo. Madalas pong puyat COD.
Good.
Ano po yung fake news po yan?
Okay.
direct feeling ko, ano naman to, mga gamer din at the same time. Tingnan mo naman yung headphones.
Oo nga.
Kaya
Ready,
si,
ready.
ayan, si Chad nandyan na, nakita ko na siya.
Ayan. Chad, you okay? You okay? Alright, okay.
No, nawalan lang po signal kanina.
Okay. Coach Chris, tuloy mo na. Isa yun na putol eh.
Okay, si Chad first yung achievements mo. Ano yung mga achievements mo sa basketball, Chad?
May several mythical fives na po ako. Tapos may dalawang finals MVP na po ako. Tapos madami na din po ako team na nakasali sa championship. Yun po.
So sa tingin mo yung yung kailangan mong improve sa skills mo?
Like po nang sinabi ni Cris, wala po din talaga ako na ma-master na kahit anong skill. Pero ang ginagawa ko po talaga, tuloy-tuloy practice, tuloy-tuloy training. And the main focus ko po is dribbling and speed.
Okay.
Yun po.
Coach, no, pag ano talaga, kailangan, you never settle down to yourself na parang huwag kang makampante. Kasi every day is a new day to learn and to improve more. Parang, if you want to be the best, you have to give every day your 100%. And kung kaya, if you have time, you double it. And kaya grabe, feeling ko, yung future ng basketball talaga, way, parang, hindi ko ma-imagine. Pero grabe na, iba na talaga yung generation ngayon. And I'm so proud of everyone.
Kung hindi ka mag-extra workout, hindi ka mag-extra, ganyan, yung mga kalaban mo, may iba sa kanila, di ba? Iba rin ginagawa. So magugulat ka, kalaban mo sila today, next week, iba na naman, parang iba ng, naging shooter to, ganito, ganyan, galing na mag-dribble. Kasi, yun yung continuous sila, continuous ng nagka-training.
Yeah.
Pagdating sa bahay, ganun pa rin, nag-dribble pa rin sila, nag-shoot, nag-extra, lalo yung may mga court. So, that's advantage yung may mga ganun.
Okay, may bati pala, kalimutan ko bati kanina. Hi Chad, Matt, and Cris from Miss Sherlyn Chuamanding. Ito yung mom yata ni Lebron. Tama ba ako? Alright. Tapos, I got an interesting comment here. It comes from Dodo Melicor. Champion team ang Pro X when you were all teammates?
Yes.
Bakit di niyo sinasabi?
Oo nga. Bakit hindi niyo sinasabi? Parang hindi kayo magkakilala.
Can you share with us the experience, boys? Let's start with Chad. Sige ikaw, kasi kanina ka pa na. Naku, naputol na naman. Ayan.
Sige po.
Yeah, go ahead.
First of all, yung mga kampi ko po sa Pro X, hindi ko po talaga sila nakasama before ng sobra. Pero nakakalaban ko na po sila. Ganun. So nagsimula po yung Pro X journey namin. Unti-unti po namin nakikilala ang laro namin isa't isa hanggang sa nabuo na po yung chemistry and nagtuloy-tuloy na po. Actually, sa liga na po na yun, undefeated po kami. Kaya malaking bagay din po yun.
Wow. How about you, Cris?
Actually, not that proud of that win because I wasn't really there most of the season. I was actually out of the country for family matters lang. And I only came back to the championship game lang. So I'm not really in a spot where I can say na, we won the championship because I didn't really contribute that much to the championship. I think Chad and Mathew, they deserve more credit than I do for that championship win.
Parang Jeremy Lin yung take mo, Cris, because that's what Jeremy Lin said also when the Toronto Raptors won the NBA title. Right? Am I right? All right. Mathew, ikaw di ka pwede magsabing hindi, you were there.
Kaya po kami unstoppable kasi sobrang lakas po ng mga kakampi ko. Isipin niyo po, nung first game lang po kasi naglaro si Gian and Brian kasi nga po kasali po yung Green Hills na parang team B po or team A pero wala po si Gian and Brian po. Tapos nandun po sila Rocco, si Daryl po. Yung mga iba't ibang O7 po na magagaling po. Tsaka po yung bonding namin, parang nabuo din po kahit sa bench lang kami nagkikita. Kasi po, nagkulitan, ganun po. Walang hate sa isa't isa.
What year was...
Sa memorable po yung finals kasi pangatlong laro ko na po yun, kaya late po ako. Kasi po, first game ko nung umaga, City Hoops, tapos Milko po. Tapos pangatlong laro po, pumunta po ako sa Ateneo, sa Moro, para second quarter na po ata ako nakarating. Tapos may pang fourth game pa po nun sa club po. Doon po yung pinulikat na po kami tatlo. Ako, si Lebron, tsaka si Rocco po. Tsaka si Carl po. Carl Aran po.
Wow. What year was this, Mathew, if you don't mind me asking?
Po nito? 2019 po.
Okay. Okay, yeah. Pero nga, Coach Cris, 4 na laro, di ka ba ng pulikatin? Ewan ko na.
Kaya pala eh.
Pagkatapos po nun, ayun po yung nagkaroon kami ng celebration po sa parang isang event space po.
Mm-hmm.
Parang celebration po ng pagkapanalo.
I see. Yeah. Coach Cris or Thea, any questions?
Ako meron.
Sige, go ahead.
Aside basketball, what are your other sports, guys? Chad, because Chad ko na.
Actually, hilig ko lang po talaga ng sport, basketball. Pero napapasali po ako sa mga volleyball game, mga intramural school namin.
Pag intrams
Kaya
kasi
doon po ako
kasi pag intrams, kung ano yung original sports mo, hindi ka pwede maglaro sa intrams eh. So doon, yun, volleyball ka naman.
po.
Okay. How about you, Matt?
Malalim iniisip ni Matt.
Siguro po, badminton po.
Okay.
Dahil po sa school po, intrams po, badminton meron din po.
Hindi mo na-try yung volleyball?
Na-try ko po pero napahiya kasi ako. Kaya, hindi po talaga kasi ako marunong parang spike po ba yun. Pag magsiserve po, palaging tagilid, malakas, ganun. Kaya sabi ko, tigil ko na tong kalokohan ko dito sa volleyball.
Actually, Coach Chadrick, ako, iba yung momentum ng basketball player tsaka ng volleyball player. Pag basketball player ka, tapos itatry mo mag-volleyball, tapos itatry mo mag-spike, iba yung, hindi mo matamaan yung momentum ng volleyball players. Kasi parang feeling mo, nagre-rebound ka, pero hindi sa spike mo. So, i-share ko lang, na-try ko kasi yun, and wala, palyado din ako. So, I feel you. Ayun. Sige, Coach.
Cris, ikaw.
Well, actually, I was a varsity player for baseball, Ateneo's baseball team, because my family is also, my family is more of a baseball family more than a basketball family. My older brother, he was playing UAAP for baseball, so I was also playing baseball, but I think I took more interest in basketball, so I was playing basketball more than baseball.
Coach, I have a question for Cris. In baseball, I'm not really familiar with the sport. Or do you pitch the ball or like?
Usually, I was the one pitching the ball because
Oh wow!
we didn't really have that many players on the team, so it's me and my friends that joined the team and played together. We had a lot of fun doing it, but so mostly some of them quit after because the fun wasn't there anymore and everything was starting to get more competitive, and
Yeah.
so
Okay. And then you chose basketball pa din talaga, even though you had like.
well, yeah, I had both options, but
Mm-hmm.
both of them were time consuming, so usually I wouldn't be able to especially in the future where I wouldn't be able to balance it.
Yeah.
So in the end, I end up choosing basketball over baseball.
All right. Coach Chris, do you have questions?
No, no, para sa lahat, no? What advices you can give to other kids yung mas bata sa inyo? For sure, ngayon may mga nanonood eh. Di ba? Iba dyan, mga 7 years old, parang ngayon pa lang sila nag-start mag-basketball. Ano yung advice na pwede niyo maibigay sa kanila? Para maging, like you guys, maging basketball player. Chris, go first. Chris.
For me, if you're younger player out there, I think you just really need to get ahead of people your age. So maybe working twice as hard as players your age to really get ahead and to really put yourself apart from people in your group. I think give it 110% every single practice. It will show the coaches, the people that handle your team that you're really serious for this, and I think you'll play better in game if you practice harder in training, because whatever you happens in training also translates to the game.
Good. Chad, you.
Supporting the answer of Chris, yun lang po. Advice ko po sa kanila, hard work lagi. Huwag po sayangin yung mga opportunity na binibigay ng mga coach. Lagi pong bigay 100% nila. And most importantly, tandaan po na student before athlete.
Very good. Hindi siya athlete student. Right? Student muna before athlete. And then you Matt.
Ang advice ko lang po sa kanila is pagpatuloy lang po nila. Kung ayun po yung nagpapasaya sa kanila, gawin lang nila. Tsaka yung mga sumusuporta po sa kanila, nandyan lang naman yan, palagi kang gagabayan. Tapos nandito din naman kami kung gusto nyo ng advice as kuya sa inyo. Ayun lang naman po. Tsaka kailangan disiplinado ka palagi.
Coach, ako curious ako, no? I mean, kung may time ba na they felt down and then parang napanghinaan ng loob. I'm curious if you ever experienced that. Kasi I think most of us naman experience it. But what did you do to parang overcome and then push yourself more? I'll start with Mathew.
Ako po talaga, may nakakainisan po ako isang school na ginagawa ko pong motivation.
Oh.
Ano po kasi, yung mga parents po, parang below the belt na po yung mga sinasabi, ganun po. Ayaw na po mag-name drop kasi palagi naman po namin sila dinudurog, kaya kawawa naman po.
Pero tama na, sometimes you gotta find that fire in you. Maghanap ka ng isang bagay na makapag spark ng fire. Pero
Katulad po nung
Nagagalit sa'yo. Kasi dinudurog mo sila.
Yes.
This is the mental game. They're trying to psych you out.
Lalo na po nung sobrang nayak po nung NCR meet po, sila po kalaban namin. Tas all 50 po yun. Tas ako po yung nag-game winner. Tas make mukhang Jollibee doon na nanay. Ayaw na mabanggit, pero wala lang. Nakakatawa lang kasi kahit ang lakas nila man trip, kasi po isipin nyo po, nandun po sila sa likod namin. Tas habang yung parents po namin malayo po sa ibang nakaupo. Tas sila po nanggugulo dun po sa bench namin. So, nakakainis lang po. Pero pag nanalo po kami, wala, nagsiyakan po sila dahil walang bawi, ganun po. Nalulungkot din ako sa team nila kasi wala silang bawi sa amin ilang taon na po.
Now I know kung bakit idol niya si Calvin Abueva.
okay.
Siyempre po, pag basti po kasi wala pong kinakatakutan kahit sa mga parents po kasi kahit po may rights din naman po kami na magdaro. Ganun po.
Tama naman.
Pero
Yes,
alam mo, Direk, tsaka coach, yung mga ganun, sometimes it's normal kasi
Yeah.
sobrang into yung mga parents and they feel na parang gabi intense kasi pag nanonood ng basketball, lalo na kung makikita mo siguro yung anak mo or yung ako kuwari yung jowa ko naglalaro, intense talaga mararamdaman mo, and you fight and you try to parang, alam mo, uso yung pikunan.
Yeah.
Pero ano yun, kasi trigger lang yun. Kasi we try to parang para masira yung laro. Pero hindi in the end of the minsan mas nagaganahan, minsan mas doon nagpa-fire yung player. And those are the challenges and obstacles na kailangan, na ang good thing din kasi sa kanya, nagiging fired up siya, which is good for him. And I know na parang composed naman siya. That's good.
Tsaka ano ba na mas yung mga mas bata, yan mas hype ang mga parents. Totoo.
Oo nga, no?
Totoo 'yun kasi pagdating ng ang college o PBA or any amateur league, hindi sila ganyan pero tingnan mo sa mga bata. Nako, ako nga meron kaming tournament ni Brian, yung ball out at and under 'yon. Hindi na problema yung mga bata eh. Ang problema namin parents.
Okay.
Grabe talaga. Ibang klase talaga sila.
Iba.
Very supportive sa anak nila. Hindi na nila minsan napapansin na nakaka-offend na sila ng mga ibang kasi yung kalaban ng anak nila minsan yun ang yung tinitira nila eh. Di ba? Minsan na foul na. Pero hindi maganda. Kaya minsan ako ganun eh. Sinasabihan ko rin yung parents, medyo ingat ng konti, di ba? Sa mga sa bata yan. So yung kung nakikita ng bata, sa kanila, tama at sa mata ng bata yun.
Yeah, tama sa bagay. Oo. Next, Cris?
My motivation's the same as Matthew. There's always that. Well, we always play against this one team, and super annoying and really disrespectful what their parents say to us. But it doesn't really matter. It's basketball. So I just wanted to win, and there's people like that. So just prove them wrong. Be a better player than whoever they're parenting. Like, just be better than all of them. That's it.
Okay. Yeah. Actually, proving them. That's the best parang approach to them na parang, nalo kami. And next, Chad.
Sa basketball po, sa mga competition, hindi naman po talaga mawawala yung mga taong humahatak sa'yo pababa.
Yeah.
Kaya para sa akin po, imbes na magpahatak po sa pababa or mainis, ginagawa ko na po sa motivation para mag-improve or mas magandang matalo pa sila. Ganun.
So yung yung mental task na sa mga itong nila Cris, Mathew, and Chad at a young age na kumbaga na-challenge na pero they learn how to handle it, and then it's nice. And that's para sa akin talaga yun yung best talaga sa basketball. You learn to handle yourself and compose yourself na hindi ka talaga mapikon na parang challenge. Parang ang dating sa kanila, challenge mo pa ako lalo. Di ba, coach? Parang ganun yung dating.
Kasi ganyan ako, advice ko sa kanila, huwag nilang patulan yan. Kasi diba? Kasi una-una, mas matanda sa inyo yan. Diba? Respeto. Ngayon, gawin nyo na lang. Galingin nyo yung basketball, pabayaan nyo sila. Mas maganda nga yun kasi pag inaasar kayo, mas di ba may ganung player na pag inaasar sila, lalo silang gumagaling eh.
Totoo.
Siyempre, diba? Si Calvin, diba? Pag inasar siya ng crowd, lalo siyang gumagaling. Diba?
Actually, mayroong magandang sagot dyan si Sir June Arlecano. Parang, well, in summary, sa basketball lang, during competitions lang talaga mainit. Pero after the game, everybody's bonding.
Yeah.
Yun. Kumbaga heat of the moment lang naman siguro. Which is true. It does happen. Kaya lang sometimes, yun nga, yung sa mga bata, well, sa bata na-apektuhan din. Sana, yun lang siguro ang kailangan i-consider. Tapos, wait, may mga shoutout, may mga mahabol pa shoutout. From Carl Emmanuel Aran, shower out, Idol Chadrick Timbol and Mathew Tan. What is shower out? Shout out?
Shout out.
Yuri Perez, pa-shout out Idol Mathew F. Aran. Tapos, Kim Oyot, baliktad to. Nice one, Matt. Hopefully, the next homegrown angas ng Tundo.
Only yun ah.
Only ah.
Yes po, kasi taga-Tondo din po ako.
Okay. Okay. So, Thea, you have any more questions?
Ito, Bri,
Oh, sige, Chris.
shoutout. May nagpapa-shoutout din. Pa-shoutout daw Thea kina Debs Joaquin of Jufran sa Marikina. Shoutout daw.
Hello, shout out Bebs from Marikina. Hello guys. Thank you for watching.
Umaabot ka na ng Marikina,
Hindi ko alam. Okay, actually yung gym namin, yung netball, we train in Titan Fitness. So in Marikina yun. It's a
Okay.
very nice place and gym. Tapos yung coach ko din from Marikina. Hello guys.
Hello, Cris from Mara, Sevilla. Sinong Chris yun? Ikaw, yun. Akala ko Coach Chris. May tatanong lang ako sa inyo, boys. 3 short questions lang. Who is your favorite UAAP player? Chris, you first.
Well, my favorite po is Terry Ravenna and Kiefer Ravenna po. Both of them, they're amazing po. I've met them in person and they're very nice people, down-to-earth people, and I really admire how hard they work off the court when no one's watching and how good they are on the court when everyone's watching.
Chad?
Naalala ko po, nasabi ko po sa inyo dati yung sagot ko. Si third year Ravenna din po. Gusto ko po sa kanya yung mentality niya and how he plays the game of basketball and how dedicated he is. Yun po.
Pero when we talk Chad before, wala pa siya sa chat, Hindi pa siya nag-V-League nun, di ba? Ateneo pa lang siya, Yun. Kaya, I remember, we talked about that. Mathew?
Ako po si Juan Gomez Del Llano po. Kasi po, left-handed din po ako, tapos gusto ko din po yung mentality niya sa paglalaro. Parang po siya gigil po maglaro or parang gigil manalo, ganun po. Tapos ini-involve na din po sa play yung mga teammates niya.
Okay. Next is, what is your dream college? Mathew, ikaw naman, pabalik tayo.
Kung hindi po magtutuloy itong basketball ko hanggang college, ang dream school ko po is Mapua po. Kasi po, engineering po.
Okay. How about you, Chad?
Dito po sa Pilipinas, gusto ko po talaga magtuloy-tuloy sa Lasal. Pero gagawin ko po best ko kung sakali man po mag-offer sa ibang bansa din po. Goal ko din po yun.
And Chris?
Want to make it to the States, hopefully go to a good basketball school in the States. Staying here would also be nice. Going to Ateneo for college would be nice also.
All right. So my last question, I'll start with Chris because you showed that book earlier. Can I get all of your thoughts on Kobe Bryant? Let's start with Chris.
Yeah, I think he's one of the greatest basketball players of all time. And I hope that everyone in the world would appreciate how hardworking and how dedicated he was to being a better version of himself every single day.
Chad?
Kwento ko lang po, nung bata po ako, everyday when I wake up, ang una ko pong makita sa TV lagi si Kobe Bryant na naglalaro. Late years na po yun sa NBA and sobrang tuwang-tuwa po ako na naabutan ko po siya kahit paano. And tingin ko po na sobrang laki po ng impact niya sa basketball community, lalo nga po kapag may binabato ang sinisigaw, Kobe. Kaya tingin ko po talaga kung hindi po siya nakapaglaro ng basketball, ibang-iba po yung laro niya. Kaya na-appreciate ko po siya sobra.
And Mathew?
Yung sinabi nga po ni Chad, very inspiring po si Kobe sa amin. Tapos, kunyari, magbabato ka lang ng bote o kaya papel sa basurahan, fade away ka pa, tapos biglang sasabihan ng Kobe. So, nakakamiss lang na wala na siya dito. Pero, madami naman siyang iniwan, tsaka yung mga pinasa niya, yung mga skills niya sa iba't ibang players. Madami din siya natulungan.
Oh. Thea, Coach Chris, do you have any more questions on your end?
Okay na.
Okay na. Okay na.
Napagod ka na, Coach Chris?
Ha?
Napagod ka? Boys, may natanong ako sa inyo. Maniniwala kayo si Coach Chris daw, Kobe Bryant dati ng Marikina.
Michael Jordan ako eh.
Michael Jordan, Anyway. Well, if there's no more questions, I'd like to give the boys the floor for their final words. And kung meron kayo gusto shoutout na hindi nyo pa nasa-shoutout, now's your chance. Let's start with si Mathew huhuling ko. Marami si Mathew eh. Go, Chad, you first, Chad.
Okay, first of all, gusto ko po mag-thank you kay Tito Dodo Melicor for making this happen to me. Sa inyo po mga host ngayon, thank you po. Maraming salamat. Gusto ko din po i-shoutout yung family ko, yung mga friends ko na nanonood po ngayon. Kay special mention kay Sir June Arlegui, Commissioner. Hi po. And most importantly, yung kuya ko po, kakaalis niya lang po dito sa Pilipinas. Andun na po siya sa US ngayon. Miss na agad kita, kuya. Love you. Yun lang po.
Chris?
Just wanna shout out all my coaches, Coach Jervy of Study B-Ball, Coach A, Better Basketball PH, also Coach Kale of Kineticor. Shout out to you guys. I also wanna say shout out to the Ateneo community. They support the basketball team, whatever age, they always support us. Also, ProX family, thank you for all the support. Love you guys forever, and thank you, hosts, for having me on the show. This is an amazing show. Great opportunity for me. Thank you.
Yes. And of course, yung maraming fans. Mathew!
Shoutout ko lang naman po. Thank you po sa pag-interview dito and kay Coach Dodo po na in-invite po kami dito. And thank you din po sa NXT Sports kung yung coach po namin ngayon, strength and conditioning po. Tapos sa mga kaibigan ko po na MIB Esports po. Ayun lang po. Tapos sa parents po ng basket, sa players po. Ayun lang po. Thank you po.
Mathew, na-shoutout mo na ba lahat? Baka sumamalob sa'yo. Pagka nag-end tayo, hindi mo na
Kaya
shoutout.
nga po eh. Nag-PPM na po sa akin.
Ayan.
Thank you po sa parents ko, lalo na po sa daddy ko, na sinusuportahan ako kahit palaging payat sa trabaho na samahan sa laro. Tsaka sa mami ko din po. Tsaka sa kapatid ko din po.
Yan. Okay, so bigyan natin ng chance yung aking mga magaling na co-host na made life easier for me today.
Yeah.
Coach Chris, would you agree? Ang ganda ng ni Thea ngayon hosting.
Oo, galing. Parang
Diba?
parang veteran na talaga.
Parang veteran na no?
Parang hindi second timer.
Yan. Oh, Thea, sige. Since your final words, if you want to shout out, kasi alam ko parang ang dami mo ng fans sa page mo. Hindi ko na ma-manage eh.
Ay, grabe. Hindi. Siyempre, I would like to thank you, Direct Brian, for having me again as your co-host. And then, thank you, Sir Cris, for guiding me then. And then, thank you to all my supporters and all. And to my friends who watched this live, thank you so much. And thank you, Chris, Mathew, and Chad for sharing your thoughts and experience and yung feelings niyo about basketball. Thank you. And please follow my Instagram, Thea Cenarosa, and my team, Philippine Netball Federation. Please do support and abangan niyo po yung journey ng Philippine Netball Philippines Federation. And my official page, Thea Cenarosa, in Facebook. Thank you.
Yan. And syempre ito, marami rin tong fans eh. Coach Chris, final words and mga gusto mong batiin. Nakanda ba listahan? Nakanda?
Wala. Ako dito, siyempre, first of all, gustong pasalamatan muna yung aking sponsor sa yung Carlos PH, no? May mga may mga 9 branches na rin sila. Meron sila sa Marikina, Caloocan, Valenzuela, Manila, Bulacan. Tapos may pangating pa, no? Thank you sa owner, no? Sa owner niya si Sir Harold and Ma'am Laika Kapuli. Tapos yung general manager nila, si Mr. Lawrence Derpo. Okay? Kung meron si Charlie M. Angel, meron din siya, si Lawrence Angel. Siya yung nag-entertain sa kanila, very tawag dito, friendly. Kung mag-inquire kayo sa kanila, sina Chris Jane, Mary Queen, Angel Lee, tapos yung yung mga artist dyan, kamusta kayo? Lalo yung si Sir Jeff Frondoso. And siyempre, the whole staff ng Kalos, no? Ano naman yung coach? Bri, mamimit mo rin yan, no? And then, siyempre, yung aking family, yung aking wife, si Mags, yung dalawang boys ko, si Migs and Tristan, family ko sa Antipolo. And also, please, pwede ko bang sabihin yung sa natin, yung sa...
Oh, yeah.
Pwede ba, okay lang?
Oo.
Kasi yung...
kasama ako doon, paano mo sabihin?
Okay. Please also support yung show namin na nawala for quite some time kasi pumasok ako ng bubble yung sa 3x3, no? And then after that, nagkaroon ng yung bagyo na Ulysses. So, medyo nawala. So, ngayon babalik namin siya. Kasama po ito siyempre, ang aking partner, no? Ang poging-poging godfather na si Mr. Brian Yalung, di ba? Ito yung bowling out with Coach Cris Bautista. Bri, sana ma-invite natin one of maging guest host naman natin si Thea.
Alam naman ni Thea kung ano alam na ni Thea. Alam na namin ni Thea yan. Basta alam niya yun, alam na ni Thea yan.
Sagot ka niya.
Yun nga, yung CU family ko, Sarangani family, and lahat ng mga kaibigan ko nanonood ngayon, pasensya na ako, di ko kayo nabate. Magandang gabi. Thank you, Thea. Thank you,
meron ka pang hindi nabati doon?
Ha?
Meron ka pang hindi nabati doon sa dami na noon. Anyway, boys, let's have a picture first before we end the show and I give my last word. Okay? On 3. Oh, Chad. Pinatay na yung kanyang...
Wait.
Alright, go ahead.
Sige, Masi, gawin mo yun,
Sige po.
Okay, sabihin ko na yung final words ko pag boys, huwag nyo lang muna patayin yung ayun na pala. Okay? Oh. Smile, boys. Give me your good smile. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. Si Thea, hindi nag-smile.
Nag-smile ako.
Anyway, may nagpahabol pala, Thea, sa'yo.
Sino?
Sabi niya, biglang natabunan na. Ayun, hi po, Ma'am Thea Cenarosa, super ganda, G. Tompong, and yon.
At Ate Angie, hello, Ate Angie Liz, Mama.
Yun.
Love you.
Tapos kakadirect po, nakikidirect na rin sa akin yung ibang tao.
Sabi sa'yo, di ba napag-usapan na namin ni Mami, direct ka na talaga.
Okay, anyway, thank you everybody for joining us tonight and we hope you enjoyed our chat with Cris, Mathew, and Chad. And also thank you to Cris and my prize, Miss Binibini, Miss Thea Cenarosa. Guys, again, next Monday, we'll have another batch of kids for you. And for now, please be reminded that it's real, the COVID is out there, so please stay safe, observe the proper protocols, and take care, all right? Have a good dinner and good night, everybody.
God bless.
Bye, thank you. God bless, guys. Stay safe.